G'day and welcome back to episode 3 of the new Skyblock Player Guide. Today we move into beginner combat and foraging skills and achieve our very first level milestone. There's a bunch of shop NPCs over here, there's some starter gear with Rosetta, there's a weaponsmith that gives you some weapons, and then there's a mine merchant. What we're probably going to do next is a little bit of combat, so let's head over to the weaponsmith. You'll need some strong weapons to survive out in the wild, and the item that I want you to buy is the undead sword.
For 100 coins.
Yep, for 100 coins. I also want you to buy the spider sword because we'll use that later on. Let's go do some combat. So we're going to go back to the start of the hub and we're going to go to a place called the graveyard. So you're following, you're all good. Yep. So you come through here. Before we go, there's an NPC here called Jamie. On every profile, the first time you talk to Jamie, he will actually give you a really cool item called the Rogue Sword. Now, this doesn't do much damage, but if you right-click while holding it, it gives you plus 100 speed for 30 seconds. Which if your speed is 100, it basically doubles your speed. Now the natural speed cap is actually 400. There are ways to increase that, but we'll go through that later on down in the profile. 200 is still half the max speed you can really get to, but it's still better than 100. So every 30 seconds, you just right click that. So before we go into the graveyard, let's just right click the bartender because there's actually a quest line that you can do while we're starting the combat. So you should get the objective, kill zombies.
Kill zombies, yep.
Yeah, cool. So they're over here. Now, eventually you'll be able to one tap them, but because we just started, it might take a few hits.
I'm one tapping them already. What the heck?
Yeah, your combat level is these are pretty easy mobs. So yeah, if you right click the bartender, that then finishes the quests. I'm pretty sure it gives you something like coins.
100 coins. Remember. I'm rich.
We might move into foraging actually.
Yeah.
Before we do, let's go back to the hub though. If you want to go faster, like while you've got low speed, just do /hub and you'll stay in the same lobby if you warp back to like the spawn of the lobby that you're in.
Yep. Sick.
So saves us just running for a little bit. Next NPC we're going to talk to is the mine merchant. And what we're actually going to do is right click that gold and purchase 3 of them. Okay, now we're going to go into the Skyblock menu, crafting table. Take the oak wood you got from before, turn it into sticks, and then craft yourself a golden axe.
Sick.
Pretty much every item lasts forever in terms of like tools and armor and all of that. So what we're going to do first is talk to the lumberjack because he has a early game quest. All right, objective, collect logs. Go ahead and do that. Recommend that. Once you got 10, you can talk to him again. And then you actually get a specialty, or I guess a novelty item known as the sweet axe, which gives you a 20% chance to drop an apple when chopping logs.
Nice.
I've never used this in my life. I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the ender chest. So something cool has just happened. You might notice we have the Skyblock level up, level 0 to 1. So what that does is that gives us our first Skyblock level. So plus 5 health. Soon we will have access to the community shop. Level 5, we get access to the garden, which is really, really helpful for early game money making. And then we also get the access to the wardrobe. While you're on the public islands like the hub or any kind of public islands like that, everything regenerates, pretty much everything. So all this wood that we're breaking, you can see I broke this a minute ago and it's already back. Foraging has a secondary perk. The first perk that you get when you level it up is you level up the foraging fortune, which is good because then every block that you break, you get even more. But the second perk you get is it actually gives you strength. And strength is one of the stats that goes into calculating your damage.
Level 6.
Same.
Cool.
At 9. Let's /hub. That's all for today. Next episode, we take on the mining skill, so stay tuned for that. If you're enjoying the series, consider liking this video and subscribing. See you in the next one.